so for my video reflection, I'm going to go off of what was explained in the instructions. It said that your reflection should be in the form of a video, obviously. Talk about next steps or any unexpected outcomes or challenges. So as some of you may know, or as you may know from the website, my goal is to create a place that students can have free food. And my goal is to kind of decrease the amount of students dealing with food insecurity. And I think a great way to do that is to create a cooking class for students to interact with for free. So like students are able to come to the class, learn about food preparation and nutrition, and not only educate themselves on how to feed themselves, but also have access to that food for free. Next steps are unexpected outcomes or challenges. I think the biggest challenge that I really had during the course of this class was connecting with local schools that were willing to even talk to me. A lot of schools were uninterested and were unwilling to reach out or have communication with me. Though I did connect with a local food pantry, I think it's important to kind of make that educational connection in order to help students. So, explain what you might have done differently. I think I might have created this class maybe outside of the education system, because a lot of the times funding is a major problem in education, especially in our education. And I think perhaps having like a maybe after school program or something like that might have been a little bit more realistic, just because it's really hard to do anything within an educational setting if you don't work in education. Like right now, I'm not working in education. While my degree is in that and will be in that, I don't currently have a job within education. So I think it's kind of hard to break through and make that connection without being within that setting. So reflect on the impact of this project on your present and your future. So the impact of this project is really important to me because I suffered a lot with food insecurity growing up, because I was from a single parent home, and like it's hard. And I think it's really important, not just for myself, but for all adults to kind of understand that helping one another is worth more than letting others suffer. I've never understood the concept of standing by while somebody is obviously suffering. So I think this advocacy plan kind of helped me to understand my goal. And I think in the future, I would want a resource like this if I'm a parent and I'm having issues paying for my child's food. Like this would be a great resource for me in the future if I do have that issue. How did your participation in this project affect your view on the topic or other topics? So I think it was a combination of this subject and subjects of my other group mates. It was interesting. Food insecurity is a major deal, and it's really important that we educate our students on how to prepare food, and not only that, but what they're putting in their bodies. But one of my other classmates did a thing on educational or environmental education, and I think that is an important subject too. So it wasn't just this subject, but subjects of advocacy are really important. And I think learning more about them, it allowed me to realize how easy it is to put things like this into motion, how easy it is to act and take action against problems that I notice. And I think that changed my view on advocacy at all, or in total, because before I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many steps, I'm never going to be able to change anything. But now, like, this class has allowed me to understand how, yes, it takes a while to get real results, but doing something now is important. And so I feel like that's my overall reflection of this lesson and this class and my plans for the future. I want to take the time to take those steps to make changes instead of just accepting it. So, yeah, that's what I learned.